All right, I get these questions all the time. It's like, Thax, why did you write The Corporate Edge? Why did you write this book? And what inspired you? Not so much why, but what kind of why and what inspired you? I mean, I know you've been promoted many times, and I know that you really love what you do. And so just curious what inspired you. So I would just tell you right now that I've been journaling and keeping up with things that, I've done, and some things and lessons I've learned, and how I've been promoted, and how do I stay engaged after 33 years in my industry and working, and absolutely love what I do on a daily basis. And how was I promoted 9 times in my career? I just thought about okay, I'm gonna put something together, kind of be a roadmap on what I did, and just wrote the book, and I put some things in there. And I'm gonna go over a couple things with you today. But the biggest thing is master strategies to stand out, lead boldly, and advance in your career and your life. Because I would tell you that what we do in our career affects our day-to-day life, and our life at home, and all these other different things will affect your career, because we don't live in bubbles. We live our lives, and there's ups and downs, and there's all these different things. But I would tell you that I have found that the biggest thing that really keeps me engaged and very intentional is the mindset. I write a little bit about that in the book. Is one of the chapters is mindset, because I believe mindset is the foundation, and it helps you through the day. Because no matter who you are, I say this all the time, you're either going in a valley or you're coming out of the valley on a daily basis. We all have trials and tribulations, but it's what you do through those trials, what you do when you're when you're getting ready to summit, and all the learnings that you're taking in, and all the opportunities, and all the craziness, and all the things that go with that is important, and that's the mindset. I believe that the power of the mind is very, very important. And another thing that I talk about in the book that I believe will help you is an optimized body. No matter how old you are, you can stay optimized. You can feel your body, feel good, because I always say your body's kind of the weapon, and the weapon that gets you through the day. And if you're broken down and you're not feeling good, you're not going to produce. And it's important that you producing and feeling good on a daily basis, and your body's very important to do that. Another one too I talk about is your purpose. You really have to have your purpose. What is your purpose? Who are you, and what do you really want out of life? And I believe that we all have different things that drive us, and you really need to know what that is. And relationships, I talk a little bit about relationships in the book, because I know that's very important. It's the relationships you have within that organization you work with. A lot of times you're with these people a lot more than you're with your family. So the relationship's important, but even outside relationships and networking, and get to know people, and to give of yourself, and the community that you serve, I believe is very important. And then two, the power of influence. You're an influencer. No matter what you think, you may, even if you just have a few people that are actually reporting to you, you're influencing everybody every day. If you have a family, you influence your family. You influence your friends. You influence the people that you work with. You have customers, you're influencing them. If you're working in a department in finance or operations, whatever that is, we're influencing people every day. So the power of influence is very important. And then another thing I talk about in this book is leading through change. I can tell you one thing: there's always going to be change, and I've learned to love change. But some people don't like change. So how do you manage through that change? And not so much manage, but I always like to say, how do you lead? How do you lead others through the change? Because you're going to be changing, and that's just something that's inevitable, and we're all going to go through change. And then also, strategy. What is your strategy? Everybody has to have a strategy, and I talk about strategy a lot. I talk about hope a lot, because I believe hope is part of the strategy. It's not the full strategy, but it is part of the strategy. So I think that's something that you need to be looking at on a daily basis. And also I talk about in the book, Corporate Edge, legacy. What is your legacy? What legacy are you going to leave? What are you going to do? And what does legacy mean to you? So there's a list of things, and then I ask questions, and there's some writing you can do. You can use it as a pad and just scribble in it. It's easy to read. And I'm gonna actually just let you know that no matter what, you have to be working on your mindset and reading and taking in information. If it's not this, then what's it gonna be? Take something, read it, write on it, learn it, be your best, journal, whatever that is. But I would tell you, if you really want to stand up, stand out in corporate America, these are some of the things that you'll need to learn, and you'll need to really be intentional to be able to make a major impact in your career, and to really help the people that are around you add value and make a difference on a daily basis. So there's much more that's in that book. There's much more to learn. I would tell you this, there's always something to learn. There's always something to be working on. And to be the best version of yourself, it's a daily chore, daily method of operations to continue to be your best. So that, if you need support, guidance, all you gotta do is DM me. Until that, be well.